A long, long time ago, sometime in the 1800s, TH361 began. And with the last 4 months behind, I thought, why don't we hit rewind and learn it all again while we still can. And even though it's just a sliver of what theater has delivered, lots has happened, so here's the last 165 years. I can't remember who came first. Was it Antonin or was it Ernst? We'll only know if we reverse and start where we began. Oh, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. We start strong in Europe's frame. Romanticism was the game, rejecting the industrial age. Oh, emotions, nature were the key, and individuality. Some famous poets made it to the stage. Victorians didn't agree, put manners back in comedy. Oscar Wilde's writing pulled through. He thought the bourgeoisie had it due. And then east of there, another trend was on the rise. So to contend, realism was Ibsen's friend, and so it too began. I started singing, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. Symbols, jingles, anything that kindles a horror show called The Grand Guignol. Realism was fading fast, and much to Bernard Shaw's chagrin, the less realistic life was in Spring Awakened. Peter Pan was flying past. Next, Ireland had a renaissance with futurism, the response in clubs and music halls. Oh, and breaking down fourth walls. And now Russia's a construction zone, industrial abstract to the bone. Goes to show how much we've grown from where this all began. We were singing, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. In due time, Germany professed expressionism as protest. Ernst Toller had a lot to say. And in France soon too, Antonin Artaud founded Cruelty Theatre. What a show with the stages, props and masks he did away. Now we finally hop across the pond in Harlem, New York and beyond. A renaissance occurred and civil rights were spurred. And then Samuel Beckett, he wrote a show about two men waiting for Godot. Absurdism, the latest vogue to reign since we began. East started singing. What fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. So with absurdist year up, growing cold in New York, things were looking gold with tragedies and book musicals. So come on, Oklahoma, Gypsy 2, How to Succeed, and Brigadoon and their streetcar, Long Day's Journey, The Crucible. Then avant-garde, it hit the floor, experimented, helped the poor, concept musicals grew. Thank you, ALW. Mega musicals were what came next, both grand in scale and in effect. The sets all often more complex than where this all began. We were singing, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. We're finally into modern times. Contemporary theater shines a light on problems of today. Racial issues, mental health, feminism, greed and wealth, and of course, the LGBTQIA. So what comes next? Well, I don't know. But forging paths takes time, and so the future is a mystery. It's your chance to make theater history. And the three men I admire most, Miranda Schwartz and Sondheim's Ghost, have blazed a trail so we can host. It's our turn to begin. And they were singing, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review these eras all one by one. All those lecture notes one by one. They were singing, what fun, TH361. So much insightful discussion, but we're finally done. So for one last day, let's have our own last rerun and review those lecture notes one by one.